Leslie Frazier. It's my pleasure to be here serving you in service this way, sacred service this way today. What we're going to do is have the choir, we're going to get up, we're going to move around, we're going to greet one another and hug. If you be mindful to be asking for that hug and or doing our Wakanda stance, just make eye contact with someone and say hello. Ready to go, Queen Michelle.
So one of my choir members just said, I'm waking up. She said, I'm waking up. So we invite you to say, stand and greet your family that's here in the room this morning, and you can just say to them, I'm coming out. I want the world to know, we got to let it know. I'm coming. My soul, Lord, in my soul, Lord, come on, I can feel you in my soul, all right, every voice in the room, in my soul, Lord, in my soul, Lord. In the valley, I can feel you. We can feel the presence of the Lord in the mountains, in the valley, in the mountains, in the valleys, yeah. I can feel you. In the rainbow, I can feel you. Oh. In my soul, all in me, yeah. Oh, I can feel you in my soul. I'm feeling you deep down. I'm feeling you all. I'm feeling you deep. Feeling you all. You're lifting me higher. Taking me higher. all around me. Keep it going, band. Keep it going, band. See, I see a whole bunch of stuff going on. Are you singing, I'm feeling you? I'm feeling you deep down, feeling you all around me. You're lifting me up, Lord, taking me higher and higher. Feeling you deep down, feeling you all around me. Lifting me up, Lord, taking me higher and higher and higher. I'm feeling you deep down. Hey, feeling you all. Lifting me up, Lord, taking me higher. Feeling you deep down. Feeling you all around, lifting me up, Lord, taking me higher in my soul, Lord. Come on, come on. In my, I can feel you. I don't believe y'all. Come on. In my soul, in my soul, in my soul, Lord, in my soul. One more time, a cappella. In my soul. Let me hear you. In my soul. My soul, Lord. In my soul. In my soul, Lord. I can feel you. In my soul. In my soul. Oh, in my soul. In my soul, Lord. In my soul. In my soul, Lord. Yeah. Feel you. We got to say it again. I can feel you. I can feel you. Let's say it one more time. I can feel. Look around at somebody and say, yeah, I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. It's undeniable, indescribable. In my soul. Come on, let's raise it. Come on. Yes, yes. Ha, 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 ha. I'm feeling you deep down. Oh, for yourself. Oh, I'm feeling you deep down. Are you singing out there? Every voice say, I'm feeling you deep down. Feeling you all. As the choir leaves, we just want to acknowledge James Jeffley on bass, Martin Trousseau on drums and vocals, and last but not least, welcoming her back into the room on piano, Dr. Jamil Carter. I'm feeling you deep down, feeling you all. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's on you, it's on you. Feeling you deep down.
The East Bay Church Choir, Reverend Queen Michelle. Indeed. 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 Feeling you deep down in my soul. Let's take a breath as Brother Hanif ushers us into prayer and thanksgiving. Gratitude, attitude.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
Just continuing to feel this deep down in our souls. Taking deep breaths. Giving thanks for everything that has already happened. Continues to unfold and reveal God's highest ideal for sacred service in this sanctuary today. I'm giving thanks. I am so grateful for all the beloveds of the beloveds that have already arrived early to turn on the lights, to clean the place up, to make sure there's a seat for us to sit in. I'm blessing Robert Johnson out there in the parking lot, attending our parking. I'm blessing Mr. Jimmy out front doing sentry on the telegraph side. I'm so grateful for our AV technicians that are orchestrating, curating, and cultivating everything that we are seeing, sensing, and feeling even right now. Brett, Julian, Byron, and Dawn. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be standing in the presence of the Reverend Queen Michelle Jordan and the East Bay Choir. I'm so grateful for Dr. Jamel Carter on the keys. I'm so grateful for Martin Trousseau. I'm so grateful for James Jeffley, Reverend Up. I'm so grateful. What a blessing, the folks in the hospitality, the sacred food service team in the kitchen, getting the fellowship together. What a blessing. What a blessing. I'm so grateful for the usher greeter team that is welcoming us and finding us our seating, a particular place we love to sit. How good is that? How good is that? That they are aware and considering that. I'm welcoming and thanking and giving thanks for this East Bay Church of Religious Science, the powerful leadership of our beloved Reverend Dereca Blackmon I'm so grateful for her fabulous, powerful core of ministers and professional practitioners here. We are blessed. I am blessed. I am so very grateful. I am so grateful. I am grateful for the message that inspires, that encourages, that continues to drop deep down in our soul. Not just today, but a fabulous takeaway to go with us anywhere and everywhere. I'm so grateful. I'm giving thanks. I'm giving thanks. I'm giving thanks. I'm grateful for the Centers for Spiritual Living all around the world, all around the globe. Study groups in the big places and the small places. God is, and God is all there is. Already whole, perfect, and complete. And so I am just letting it go now. Getting out of the way of the divine current that has already said yes, yes. Forget the dress, say yes to the blessing. The blessing that outfits us, that adorns us, goes before us. Yes, the peace poised in infinite prosperity, the never-ending plenty that precedes all of our needs. All we do is succeed. Letting go, letting God. Anchor this experience with me now and forevermore by just saying together, and so it is. I want to invite the multicultural diversity candle lighting team up.
Okay. Good morning, East Bay. Welcome to the Multi-Faith Diversity Awareness presentation. Multi-faith diversity represents more than organized religions. It is also about different philosophies, worldviews, cultural traditions, and shared values that help people make meaning of life and understand their relationship to one another and to the sacred. It is common to have faith traditions that are not connected to any religion. Next slide, please. This year, we are acknowledging all people in all faiths. We honor the unifying nature of religious thought and human experience. This month, we continue honoring the faith tradition of sacred liberation. We are exploring the many ways human beings seek meaning, connection, and understanding of the sacred. Multi-faith can be viewed as a great tree. Its roots represent the world's religions, spiritual traditions, and ancestral wisdoms. Its branches and leaves represent cultural values, philosophies, worldviews, and shared human experiences that help us understand ourselves, one another, and our place in the world. Though the expressions may differ, all are nourished by the same life-giving source. At the heart of this great tree is love, the unifying force that connects us across traditions, cultures, and communities. This month, through the lens of sacred liberation, we explore how love can guide us from limitation to possibility, from separation to belonging, and from fear to freedom. Next slide, please. Lighting the flames of faith. Today, we light the candle for the faith tradition of Juneteenth. For the journey from captivity into freedom, fear into courage, uncertainty into faith. Juneteenth as sacred liberation. For those receiving the news of freedom, liberation was not simply an outer change. It was also an inner awakening. They were stepping into a life they had hoped for, prayed for, and perhaps could barely imagine. They did not know all that the road ahead would hold, but faith became the ground beneath their feet. Faith was the trust that love was always present, even when circumstances were uncertain. Love became the quiet assurance that they were not alone. Love became the strength to breathe differently, stand differently, and begin again. Next slide, please. Sacred wisdom. My faith is grounded in love. I trust divine guidance in every step of my life. It leads me into courage, clarity, peace, and sacred liberation. Juneteenth teaches us that sacred liberation often begins before the path is fully visible. It begins when the heart can trust that a greater life is unfolding, even in the unknown. Through higher, deeper love, we are called to let love become visible in how we move, how we speak, how we serve, and how we help create freedom and belonging for others. This week, I invite you to hold this contemplative question in your heart. How actively are you showing up as love in the world? May your answer guide you into a deeper experience of faith, freedom, courage, and sacred liberation. So there is a fact sheet in the bookstore. Next slide, please. As well as the Multi-Faith Diversity team invites you to become a multi-faith messenger. You can light the flames of faith candle, like Zara here, be a presenter like me. Everyone is welcome, no age requirement. And we are still signing up for presenters for November and December presentations. You can also be on the list as a substitute presenter. Sign up is available in the bookstore. Thank you, East Bay.
I want to invite Shawnette up to come, and we'll stand to do our God is the Only Power. I invite you to stand if you can. If you need to sit, it's quite all right. God is the only power in my life. Nothing from without can touch the perfect life of God within me. No past experience has power over me. I am a perfect child of God, and nothing that anyone has ever done or said can interfere with my divine birthright. The power of God is greater than any circumstance in my life. The strength of God is mine to use. Turning away from all feelings of inadequacy, I discover that all that I need is within me right now. As I forgive the past, I find that I have nothing to atone for and nothing to run away from. Casting off the old me, I discover my true self. I take dominion in my life. Old habits have no power over me. Conditions have no power over me. Personalities have no power over me. I take dominion. I am whole. I am free. I am complete, now and forevermore. And so it is. Yes.
Buenos días. Okay, we're going to take our time and really feel the words. Dios es el único poder en mi vida. Nada de afuera puede tocar la vida perfecta de Dios ahí dentro de mí. Soy una niña perfecta de Dios y nada que cualquiera haya hecho o dicho puede intervenir con mi herencia divina. El poder de Dios es más fuerte que cualquier circunstancia en mi vida. La fuerza de Dios es mía para utilizar, olvidando los sentimientos de insuficiencia. Eso. Yo descubro que todo lo que necesito está dentro de mí en este momento. Cuando perdona el pasado, say that again. Cuando perdona el pasado, are you forgiving the past? One more time. Cuando perdona el pasado, encuentro que no tengo nada para espiar o escapar. Olvidando mi antigua persona, yo descubro mi verdadera persona. Yo tomo dominio en mi vida. Los hábitos antiguos no tienen poder sobre mí. I want to say something about old habits. I have this relationship with Lay's potato chips, where I get up at 2 in the morning and grab a bag, and I wake up and I don't know why crumbs are all around me. This is an old habit that has no more power over me. Okay, so let's say that again. Los hábitos antiguos no tienen poder sobre mí. Las condiciones no tienen poder sobre mí. Las personalidades no tienen poder sobre mí. Yo tomo dominio. Soy entera. Soy libre. Soy completa. Ahora y para siempre. Es así. Sí. Sí. Eso.
Thank you, Shanette. And so I would like to ask, do we have people with us today for the very first time? We'd like to invite you to stand so that we can acknowledge you. If you're here visiting with us for the very first time, wonderful. And if you don't mind, please remain standing. I want to invite the congregation to extend our hands towards these guests, these precious beloveds. Welcome to the East Bay Church of Religious Science. Thank you for coming. The God in us sees and recognizes the God in you. Welcome home. The ushers and greeters have given you a gift bag. In that gift bag, there is a welcome certificate. There's a welcome letter from our beloved Reverend Dereca, our senior minister. There's a magazine called Science of Mind magazine, along with other literature about our philosophy. And there's new prayer request cards inside. Reverend Arlene and her fabulous team have put together new prayer request cards. And so They are there in the gift bag. Thank you for coming. Oh, please be sure to fill out your registration card, drop it off, and you can drop it off in the offering basket or at the bookstore, just so we can have a record of you being here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And now I'm going to invite Precious up to do our lovely announcement.
Okay, I love my church. Good morning, East Bay. All right, it has been a minute, and as always, you all have brought the joy, the light, the beauty, the style. Can we please acknowledge Reverend Amandra in this hat? I mean, you all know me, and I light up when I see us lighting up and bringing the best of our animal print today. All right, so you all know it is every week here at East Bay. There's a lot going on, and before we dive in, I just want to remind you that there is more detailed information available at the website. Say it with me, www.ebcrs.org. And those of you who are visiting with us for the first time, you are about to have an amazing morning with some incredible people. So let's dive in and talk about what's happening this week. First slide, please. Yes, welcome. Hey, Reverend Dereca. Okay. All right, so today will be the last of our series of community meetings. I think it's really important. There's a lot of discourse every so often about third space, that space between our home and our work, that space that is a safe container for us where we can really show up and be present, but a lot of the obligations, the drudgery of work isn't necessarily there. And for me, and I believe for everyone here, East Bay is a sacred third space. Now, unlike the more corporate ones out there, this is a third space that we are invested in. It's a third space that feels closest to our home, our family. I'm seeing Marlon there in the audience and people who have seen many of us grow over the last several years. I'm sure Zara has some stories of people reminding her of when she was like 5 or 6 years old, and here she is now about to be a high school graduate. I say all of that to emphasize the importance of this meeting. It is going to be virtual, so you'll have time to go home, relax. If you're a Knicks fan, yay for you. Sorry. No, yay. Okay, New York is a great city, so yay. Okay, but no, really, about the business. This is about the business of our sacred third space, our home here, East Bay Church of Religious Science. So I look forward to seeing all of you on Zoom. The details are there. The QR code is available if you'd like to go ahead and scan it and have it saved in your phone. The community meeting will be this afternoon from 1:30 to 3. Reverend Dereca and our board have done extensive work, and I really appreciate how determined and respectful they are of our time if we are respectful of theirs. So show up, 1:30, let's dive in, let's learn, let's hear the answers to the questions we have, let's do the work. Next slide. Today is also the last day of this current cohort of Pathways to Manhood. That will be taking place in person here at the church at 3:30. So you can stay for Zoom and be in community, and then you can stay afterwards with Reverend Anthony and the other leaders of our Pathways to Manhood gathering for a conversation about manhood, fatherhood, and masculinity. Next slide. All right. Our glowing Elder Glow leaders and women are taking a well-deserved break and will return in July. So please mark your calendars for July. If you have any questions, don't see Dr. Sandra, but I do see Miss Pat. I'm sure she is happy to answer anything, but take this month for yourself. Next slide. Okay. So please note that our Sing Your Soul free sound bath has been canceled. Of course, June 19th is Juneteenth, so there are celebrations abound, and we want you all to participate in those. But this series will return. Next slide. Okay. Next slide is my sign to sit down. Come on up, Reverend Dereca.
Good morning, East Bay. All right, lots of great things happening. I'm Reverend Dereca Blackmon, senior minister here, she or they pronouns, and I'm popping in here to talk about a few announcements that are personally near and dear to my heart. This weekend, Ray Jordan, how many people know our sister Ray, religious science practitioner emerita, one of East Bay's own, is having a summer solstice visioning life retreat. So it is the 19th, 20th, and 21st. There are 9 different sessions. You don't have to come to all of them. You could come to any of them. And I will be there because this is an important time in our lives to be in the practice of reflecting on what God's highest idea is for our work, for our lives, for our nation, for our church. And so I just want to invite you, and it's on a sliding scale donation basis. So as long as you make any donation, go ahead and get that QR code, leave that up for us, so that if you make any donation, then you can attend one of the sessions, one, some, or all 9 sessions. So make it your own retreat. It's all virtual, so you can do it right from your home. If you're new to visioning, or if, as she calls it, you are a visionista, you can come and engage. Solstice is a really good time of the year to just, it's different than brainstorming, right? Brainstorming is when you get that mind going and you start coming up with your vision board and all that. This is that moment where you commune with Spirit and ask yourself some real questions about what Spirit is calling you to. So I want to invite us all to pause, be still, breathe, exhale, and listen with our sister Ray this weekend. Register at highervisioncenter.org. All right, next slide. Guess what next week is? Next week is our Men's Day celebration. It's Father's Day, and although I swear I'm going to convince them one year to let us take care of them on Father's Day, they want to have the whole service. So we are here celebrating our men as we do once a quarter, and my teacher and brother, Reverend Mwata Rasuli, will be the keynote speaker. If you have never heard Reverend Mwata speak, you are in for a treat. And we will have both Reverend Anthony and the Jedi himself, James Glenn, in the pulpit, along with all of the men who I know have been working very hard on building this Men's Day. So it's a good time to come show your church off to men folk or other folk who might want to see men in all the leadership roles. So that will be next Sunday, Father's Day. Don't skip church. Bring your people. Amen. And we are celebrating the life of our own Leatric Lee Gilliam. Some of you may remember our beloved brother Lee. He was in ministerial school at one point with Reverend E and Reverend Mwata, but he didn't go all the way, but he is all the way here in our hearts. He is also Reverend E's grandson, Trey's father. So I've been working with Trey and Lee's surviving wife who to plan the memorial. Thank you, Crystal, so much for all the work you've been doing that. Lee was a hairdresser, so they wanted to have it on a Monday, so his folks had the day off and to come. And so we're gonna have it on a Monday, which means it's an unusual day for us, so we could use a few more volunteers. So if you can see Crystal, wave your hand. If you're willing to volunteer to be of service to support the family, it is Monday, June 29th, from 11 to 2 here at East Bay. Surprise! I told you Bali was closed, but we actually have room for like 2 more people. So Karen Fry, my partner in the Sacred Bali Tour, said that I could open it back up for like 2 more weeks. Because a few of you, wait till we have a deadline and then you ask about it. And so I got the scramble calls like, wait, can I still get in? So the answer is yes. And what I want to say, this morning I was feeling just having a lot going on in my family. I have a beloved in hospice and another in the ICU. And I was just feeling a little unsettled, as we do sometimes in the morning. And I needed something to just get me grounded. And I remembered my Gayatri mantra. Y'all remember when I first came back from Bali? We were doing it every week. And I got out there in my living room and just sat down and did my chanting. And I will tell you that Bali is one of the most transformative places that I've ever been on the planet. So if you feel like you could just, Spirit's been telling you and you've been ignoring it, you go ahead. I'm going to give you 2 more weeks to get in on this trip and join Marlon and Georgia and I. Who else is going? I think, yes. Oh, yes, yay. Oh, see, I don't even know everybody who's going. Of course, Chris and I are going, and Maxine and her partner, so it's going to be a good time. Reverend Kevin Ross is coming from Sacramento and bringing some of his folks. So that's going to make it, even more fun and exciting because he's always got something good up his sleeve and loves Bali in the same way that I do. So, all right, I think that's enough on the announcements. Now let's turn it back to our East Bay Choir, who is, I just need to say, all week I've been looking forward to this. I thought because I was away last week, I was going to miss Choir Sunday. And when I found out we were all going to be together, my heart and soul said yes.
As the choir approaches the pulpit, I'm on the heels. Dr. Carter and I are just returning from last weekend. We were with Ricky Byers at Multiversity for the Rest in God and Say Amen Regaza Conference Revival. And that first song we sang, In My Soul, Lord, is one of Ricky Byers' new songs of devotion. And while we were there, this song, the Yes song, has been working me. And as I walked up to the microphone, my mouth started getting dry, my eyes started getting full. Because this song is, ooh. So just breathe with me. The song begins with the artist asking you to ask your neighbor, will your heart and soul say yes? Will your spirit still say yes? Will your heart and soul say yes? Will your spirit still say yes? If I told you what I really need, will your heart and soul say yes? Now will your heart and soul say yes, yes, yes? Will your spirit still say yes? I ask you today, there is more that I require of thee. Will your spirit still say yes? Now will your heart and soul say yes, yes, yes? Will your spirit still say yes? If I told you what I really need from you, my child, will your heart and soul say yes? Will your heart and soul say yes? Yes, yes, maybe. Will your spirit still say yes? Even in the discomfort, will I say yes? Even when I don't want to, will I say yes? Will your heart and soul say yes? Oh, yes. Will your spirit still say yes? So just say you sing it for yourself. Yes, yes. Oh, every voice say yes. My heart says yes. Yes, even when it hurts, I say yes. Even when it stretches me, I say yes, 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 yes. My soul says yes. Yes to your will. Yes to the way. Yes to the truth. Yes to God's direction. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, say yes. Every heart in the room, yes. Any way that you connect with your divine, yes, yes. Say yes, 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 yes. There is more that I require of thee. Sing it, choir, sing it, choir. There is more. Every voice in the room, with your hands on your heart or somewhere, say, there is more that I require. We challenge ourselves today. We quiet the saboteur, that inner voice, that monkey mind, and we remind ourselves there is more that I require of thee. We're being called up higher, taking it higher. There is more that I require. More, so much more, so much more, so much more, so much more. There's more, there's more, there's more, there's more. inside job. It's an inside job. It's an inside job. An inside job. Will your heart and soul say yes? So much more, so much more, so much more, so much more, so much more. Still eyes leaking in the room. Transformation right now is happening in the room. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you, for old habits have no power over me. Old habits have no power. Thank you. I'm grateful. Will your heart and soul say yes?
That is the East Bay Church Choir. Please give thanks for their dedication, for their service. Let's acknowledge our band, James Jeffley on bass, Martin Trousseau on drums. Dr. Jamil Carter is here with us on piano. And that very heartbeat of the East Bay Choir, our director, Reverend Queen Michelle Jordan. I told her, I said, listen, when I came to this church, I had 2 ministers. You ain't even have no license yet, but you were still my minister. Oh, my. Reverend E used to say, okay, I think we could go home now. You just pass the plate and go on, get up out of here. Because that's it. It's an inside job. It's the only question is, will our heart and soul say yes? Because we know what the calling is. I mean, you know, we can act like we don't know. We can put a whole lot of other things in our mind, in our mouth, in our shopping cart. We can do it. If you sit still for 2 seconds, you already know. The theme for this month is Higher, Deeper Love. And my brother Chris Logan, if you weren't here, he set it off last week, didn't he? So I want to say happy Pride Month, East Bay. We're going to have a full-out Pride celebration here the last Sunday of the month, but we're going to celebrate all month because it's who we are. And so much of what we're proud about at East Bay is being a place where pride is celebrated. The topic title for today is I Was Made for Loving You. Sound like Motown, don't it, Mama? My mom is here today. Give it up for Miss Johnson. And the book of the month for all of the global movement for Centers for Spiritual Living is Bell Hooks, All About Love. Now, if you've been in this movement for longer than 5 minutes, you just want to stop and praise God right here. Because the fact that the whole world, every Center for Spiritual Living, and there are 700 teaching chapters and centers around the globe, the book for all of them is Bell Hooks. Bell hooks anything. And it's not the first time that we had a black woman be the book of the month, or that we had somebody who was fiery and radical like me be the theme of the time. And I just feel like, you know, God has a way of working things out. It all comes together at the right and perfect time. Because when I left 2014, I went to a convention, and I was starting to talk about race and diversity, and they said, we don't need diversity. We need oneness. And we laugh now, but that was a whole thing back then, you know, and now they're trying to bring it back because everything that we've been talking about has been so effective that we changed a whole generation of young people who are claiming their identity boldly and proudly instead of wanting to melt it into nothing. They mixing it up like a gumbo, like a salad, like a mosaic, saying my piece is important, don't melt me down. You don't want a melting pot. So where are these glasses? There they are. Okay, we're gonna need those because I'm in the book today. The book is in the bookstore, and it's wearing me out already. I had not read this one. So if you haven't read All About Love, just know that it's controversial because like bell hooks, if you're gonna say something that means something, everybody's not gonna agree with it. That's how you know you're on the right track. Ask me how I know that. Everybody talking about it, trying to decide if they agree with what you're talking about. So it's new visions of love, and what our sister, and we miss her in the body. We just wish she could write 20 more of these for us. This is actually a part of a series, so maybe we'll get to all of them at East Bay at some point, but we're gonna start with this one. And what Bell Hooks is up to is really taking a moment to reflect on this concept of love and what it means. And what she's recognizing is that we talk a lot about love, but we don't have a good working definition for it. It's everywhere. All the songs and the movies and the billboards and the fashion, everybody's talking about it, but we don't have a good definition. So the first chapter is called Clarity. Give love words. And she reached back into a 1978 book by M. Scott Peck, and he's quoting Eric Fromm, and this is the definition that she's working with. Love is the will. Let me just say that first. Will. You're going to need some power, some force with this thing. Not that just, you know, a good feeling. The will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. Check that out. How many definitions of love have we been taught that has spiritual growth in it? I don't know the ones that I was taught, but that wasn't in there. And then Fromm goes further to say, love is as love does. Love is an act of will, namely both an intention and an action. Will also implies choice. We don't have to love, we choose to love. So it's a lot in here if you really want to get into this. So we're talking about love is an intention, love is a decision, love is an action, love is will. And then she goes on to break out even more characteristics because she is critical of the way in which we kind of equate love with care. That if somebody is nice to you, does something nice to you, or cares for you, then that's love. And she said, no. We need way more than that. We got to have recognition, respect, commitment, trust, and open and honest communication. So then she spends the next 3 chapters busting us out. You're not ready. I'm just going to tell you right now, you're going to have to get yourself ready before you start reading this book because it's going to open up your whole life and ask you to re-examine everything. The second chapter is about childhood, and what we've been taught about love is called justice. And it's just a recognition that children are one of the only groups of people on the planet that have no union, no protection, that they actually have no say, that you as a parent are we've been talking about fascism. She's talking about the fascism of parenting, that you are the autocrat, that you are the sole authority, and some of us keep from having anybody else involved in our parenting life. She said everybody need godparents or second parents or somebody, because just having one person make the decision is not enough. And half of us are raising folks without ever having been really taught what love is in the first place. Woo! I told you it wore me out. I said, I'm not going to talk about that today. And then the next chapter, as if abuse wasn't challenging enough for us to look at, is about lying. I mean, she calls it honesty, but what she is really talking about through the whole chapter is all the ways that we have been taught to lie. How we were taught to lying is polite by our parents. How we taught to lie in relationships because people don't actually really want to hear the truth when we tell them the truth. All the way to how capitalism and the mass media teaches us through commercials to lie. In fact, she has a piece on that. Let me find this piece here around lovelessness and the ways in which the commercialism of capitalism encourages us to focus on what we don't have. And the more we talk about what we don't have and the lack of what we don't have, well, then the more we need to buy stuff to fill up the empty hole for what we don't have. Sound familiar? She said there's a lady who did a campaign called I Shop, Therefore I Am. I shop, therefore I am. Just to draw our attention. And she says here on page 47, keeping people in a constant state of perpetual desire strengthens the marketplace economy. Lovelessness is a boon to consumerism. As long as we think we can buy something that will make us feel loved or make us love ourselves, because I mean, essentially, that's what most of the commercials are about, right? You don't smell good. You don't look good. You don't feel good. You ain't no good. But if you buy this, you gonna feel better. I mean, just think sometimes about it. It's very interesting. When you get this, just take this, drink this, eat this, buy this, wear this, listen to this, look at this. And chapter 4 starts to turn us inward. It's the commitment to self-love. And a recognition that, like love itself, self-esteem has some elements that we have to take action on. That's one of the themes through this book is love is a verb. It's something you have to do something with. And she talks about the ways that she thought affirmations were corny until she tried them. How many people thought affirmations were corny? Yeah, see? Now you gotta try it. Because what she found